Message from Sunnah Followers. This is from Sheikh Saleh. We need to unite. Sisters, wear your hijab. Wear your beards. Be proud of your beards. Stay home, stay home, stay in your home. Stand up, unite, and stand for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
That's right, Saleh. We all should stand up in solidarity, not transgressing the limits of Allah, but standing together with patience and understanding. This is Sunnah Followers.
With dignity, humility, and balance.
If you want to learn about how to balance and maintain your faith every day, you need to be here at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, being taught by Laila Nasheeba, streaming on all major platforms. Channel Sunnahfollowers. Hope to see you there, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Yusuf and this is Ayub. And if you are benefiting like we are from the classes and the ongoing programming and tuning into the Sunnah Followers, please donate. Let this be an ongoing Sadaqah Jariyah on your behalf. You're helping the kids, the converts, and everyone seeking knowledge. And it's a wealth of information every day you tune in. Don't forget, you are being rewarded for your generous donations to keep this programming on air. You know, just like what you're hearing, put your dollar where the dollar's at. Right here on Sunnah Followers. Don't forget, donate. Right here to Sunnah Followers and dollars at. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Listen, we are in dire need of donations to keep these shows running and available for you 24/7. So that means when you're in the car, it's available for you to listen to. Whether you're at work, streaming, playing a game, it's available for you to listen to. Rowing your deen and learning about the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful different topics of Islam. Listen, one of the heaviest deeds that could be placed on your scale on the Day of Judgment is Sadaqah Jariyah. Yes, I know, I'm trying to build deeds daily. So you can too. So listen, feel free and please, from the bottom of your heart, donate to this wonderful cause, wonderful website and platform to continually push out shows that will benefit you and the Muslim Ummah. Yes, you can donate by going to the Sunnahfollowers.net website, pressing the Donate tab. You can also scan the QR code in YouTube on the far left top of our videos that are streaming. Listen guys, this is very important and take this as important. We want to keep this programming available for you 24/7 so that you have access in your car, anywhere you choose to tune in to this wonderful programming. Yes, guys, it's all at your disposal. So listen, feel free to donate. Once again, remember, Sadaqah Jariyah, one of the heaviest deeds on your scale on the Day of Judgment. Sunnah Followers presents a new hadith class taught by Ustada Laila Nasheeba, Riyadus Salihin, every Monday and Wednesday nights at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you there. Streaming on all major platforms. Channel Sunnah Followers. One of the 10 who Jannah was promised, the second caliph, a strong, devout, noble, and fierce soldier of Allah, made an impact in Islam. His name, Umar ibn al-Kitab. Continuing in this series, the companions of the Prophet, taught by Brother Mukhtar Shaheed, streaming on all major platforms. Stay tuned for the time and date, right here, channel Sunnah Followers.
The Maqasidic Tafsir.
Where should I begin when I'm starting at the end? Pursuing the higher aim, learning the meaning of every page. Where should I begin when I'm starting at the end?
Another addition to your Islamic education, Maqasidic Tafsir, Healing and Governance, the Transformative Path of Sabah as-Tiwal, written by Dr. Karim Abuzaid. Join Ustad Laila Nasheeba every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9:30 p.m., streaming all major platforms, channel Sunnah Followers.
Can you tell me about the soul? When death comes, what will follow? What will be revealed when you go? Is a question that we all must know. Do you know about the soul?
Assalamu alaikum. A brand new upcoming class on the book by Sheikh Karim Abuzaid, The Souls of the Dead, being taught by Ustad Laila Nasheeba. Yes, right here every Saturday and Sunday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. You are not going to want to miss this. Join us. Streaming on all major platforms. Channel Sunnah Followers.
Every believer must know.
Prophet Ibrahim planting the tree of Tawheed, a Maqasidic insight by Dr. Karim Abuzaid. Join us on Saturdays and Sundays, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, with your host, Ustad Laila Nasheeba, streaming on all major platforms, channel Sunnah Followers.
Okay, Sister Geechee, did you see the video? Is Geechee in there, guys? Geechee, are you on YouTube, Geechee? Geechee, did you see the video? Is she on YouTube?
I don't see her.
Did you guys see the new video I put out on the Souls of the Dead, the new book? Because
Yeah, I saw it.
what about the rest of y'all? Did you the rest of y'all on YouTube? We're almost done. This is the that's the new book. We're almost done with the Maqasidic Tafsir of Surat Ibrahim. Sister Sakina, did you guys see the new book, the commercial I just did? Margaret, Pamela, Sister Amatula, are you on? Oh, she's probably the sisters from South Africa. You just okay? You saw it, Sakina. Are the sisters in South Africa logged on? Oh, that's why I had them other commercials playing, trying to give you guys time. I got 2 new Shahada Zoom rooms besides my own. Sister Amatula, is she logged? Let me see. Let me check Rumble. Are you on Rumble, A1? Do you see another person logged in on Rumble? You're not on there? Okay. Okay, you just logged. Okay, Amatula, did you see the commercials? I just put a commercial out for the Souls of the Dead. Amira from South Africa. Are you logged in yet? The sisters in Japan. Are you guys logged in on Twitter? Wait a minute, let me type Twitter. Twitter. Let me type Twitter. X. Are you guys in Japan logged in? Okay, you just logged in? Okay, I just put a new commercial out, guys, because today and tomorrow and then next week, inshallah, we will, okay, you guys are here. The sisters in Singapore, assalamu alaikum. You guys are on Bigo. For everybody that's logged in on Bigo, please open up a tab on your cell phone to YouTube and go to my channel, Sunnah Followers. I just made a video today for the new book that Dr. Karim Abuzaid put out entitled The Souls of the Dead, because that's what we're going to be teaching. Because we're almost done this week, and then next week we will end up completing this magnificent book on the Maqasidic Tafsir of Surat Ibrahim. This is my favorite so far, and we're going to end up coming to an end of this beautiful chapter next week, and then I'm going to start his new book that he released last month called The Souls of the Dead. And I put a video out today about it. And that book is going to go hand in hand with what we're studying in our 6:30 class about the fitra. A lot of you are asking me, new shahadas and old shahadas, about the soul. A lot of you did not know that after Allah created Adam, that's when he created all of our souls. We were all created, our souls, right after he created Adam. So that book, you've been asking me about the souls and what happens to the souls of the dead. So that book goes into some detail about the soul. So we're going to cover that. Yes. So for the sisters who didn't see the commercial, I'm going to play it again. When y'all logged in, South Africa's in the house. The new shahadas in South Africa. You guys are there in your Zoom room? Okay, my sisters in Singapore are here on Bigo. Okay, brother DJ is here. Mastermind is just logged in on Bigo. Yeah, make sure y'all open up a tab on YouTube now so y'all can see this commercial of the book, so y'all can see what the book looks like. Sister Aya's here on Twitch. Okay. It's a yellow book. It's called Souls of the Dead, Dr. Karim Abuzaid. It's only $19.99. I'm going to play the commercial again. Okay, y'all ready? Amatuli, your Zoom room, you watching on Rumble. Let me play that commercial again so y'all can take a screenshot and see how that book looks, since y'all didn't see it. And by the way, I did put the video out on Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, everywhere, but I'm going to play it again here. Hold on. Let me find that commercial. Y'all ready? Everybody's caught up on the lag? Sister Jamila, this is the video I just put out. This is the new book. Look at the book. Go to Amazon.com. Y'all got a week to get it. 2 weeks to get it. It's only $19.95. Y'all ready for it? Okay, so because y'all always asking me, which book, which book? Here we go. Let me play that commercial again. Where is it at? Here we go. Y'all got it open. Here we go.
Can you tell me about the soul? When death comes, what will follow? What will be revealed when you go? Is a question that we all must know. Do you know about the soul?
Assalamu alaikum. A brand new upcoming class on the book by Sheikh Karim Abuzaid, The Souls of the Dead, being taught by Ustada Laila Nasheeba. Yes, right here, every Saturday and Sunday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. You are not going to want to miss this. Join us. Streaming on all major platforms. Channel Sunnah Followers.
Every believer must know.
Okay, y'all saw the book? That's the one. Okay, they saw the commercial. Because every time I give y'all the link and stuff, it ain't good enough. Now y'all saw how it looked. That's the book. It's yellow. The Souls of the Dead. Y'all got it. Yes, that's the right one. Yeah, I saw that there's another book called The Souls of the Dead too on there. I don't know who that person is, but that's not Dr. Karim Abuzaid's book. That's the one. You know, yeah, I don't know who wrote that book. That ain't no Muslim book. That's the one. Yeah, you like the commercial? Yeah. Yeah, you can thank Sister Geechee. Sister Geechee is good at putting the jingles. I did the video, but she does all the jingle, and that's no music. We don't use music in any of our jingles. That's her voice. She used to be a professional singer, hip hop, before she, got into the deen. So she's a professional, used to be a professional singer, Rough Riders. That was Geechee. But now she's Muslim and she rough rides with Sunnah followers. Okay. All right. But yeah, y'all get the book because we're almost done with this. Yeah, we're almost done with this book. It's just this weekend and then next weekend. So it'll be on, it's gonna replace this class. Everybody got it? Yeah, it's not that much. Yeah, $19.99. Yeah. And all his books are beautiful, when you hold them in your hand and they're very well put together. Okay. All right. Yeah, you're going to like it. Of course, I'm going to break it down to you and, make it easy to understand and all of that. And it's going to go hand in hand with what we're learning about the souls and the fitra, and the Aqidah class. So it'll make everything, all the classes here, interconnect and go hand in hand. So, it's going to be a great benefit to everybody. Just like you guys enjoy this class, you're going to enjoy that one too, inshallah. So make sure everybody get it. Yeah, and for the sisters, there's a Kindle edition too, for you sisters. The Kindle is a $14.99. So you might as well buy the paperback. The Kindle is $14.99. You might as well pay the $3 and get the paperback. Exactly. All right. Yes. And I did put a video on YouTube for it, and I put one on Instagram and stuff, but I guess that stuff y'all don't see it because I keep making these videos. Y'all never see them. SubhanAllah. Yeah, that's all I do. It keeps my mind off of problems. That's what I do. I spend my day making these videos to keep my mind off of life. Yeah. Okay, so everybody's with me. We got all the Zoom rooms open with the new shahadas, old shahadas, and all of that. Okay, let's get started. Inna alhamdulillah, wa salat wa salam ala wa rasulullah. I'd like to welcome everybody to our Maqasidic Tafsir of Surat Ibrahim. This is my favorite book after Diluting El-Wala Wal-Bara. This is my favorite book so far that Dr. Ibrahim, that Dr. Karim Abuzaid has written so far after Diluting El-Wala Wal-Bara, because the way he broke down the explanation of this surah, because this surah is all about Tawheed, and that's what I'm all into, is Aqidah, Tawheed. It helps to develop your faith. It helps to remind you as to what your purpose in life is, how Allah begins this beautiful chapter with the parable of the two trees, the tree of Tawheed and the tree of Shirk. And it leaves us all questioning, which tree are we planting in our hearts? Are we growing the tree of Tawheed, or are we growing the tree of Shirk in our hearts? Most of us, unfortunately, are growing the tree of Shirk, and that's sad, but that's the reality. but it's not too late to change it. And so tonight we're going to be covering, we're going to cover, you know, how Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, we talked about how his tree has grown into that tree of Tawheed, and how he's now taken that faith and he tried to call the people of his country to belief in Allah, but how they refused. So he had no choice but to leave. And how many of us may find ourselves in situations like that, you know, where we're living in an environment where we're surrounded by people who are so against us and who are so against our lifestyle that we have no choice but to move somewhere else to protect our faith, to protect ourselves. And that's what Prophet Abraham alayhi salam had to do. So let me put the PowerPoint up on the screen so everyone can see. And let me put it up here. Let me see if this computer is going to work right, because I had to update. You know, Windows goes through all these crazy updates. And yeah, there it is. So let's see. Everybody should be able to see where I'm at here. Yeah, you loved it too. I think all of us, I mean, we all look at this chapter. When we read this chapter of the Quran, again, we're going to read it with a different, in a different way. We're going to all view this surah in a different way. So, yes, there we are. We're on pages 137. You see, we're almost done. 137. We're going to be covering 137. In fact, we're going past 141. I wrote 137 through 141, but we're going past 141. Okay, we're going to go through that whole section. We're going to speak about how Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, his tree of Tawheed, we're going to see his tree of Tawheed in action. And we're going to be covering verses 31 through 41 of this amazing chapter of the Quran. Okay? Everybody see that? So let's get started. Let me make sure that it's all functioning correctly on, yeah, everything's functioning correctly because I'm on so many platforms. Got to make sure that they're all working correctly. All right, so here we go. After the Quran gives us the parable of the blessed tree, the tree that's firm in its roots, that's elevated in its branches, and that bears this amazing fruit, it immediately brings forth its living embodiment in the character of Prophet Abraham alayhi salam. His life becomes a walking tafsir of that tree, okay? From the foundation of sincerity and certitude in his heart to the fruits. Remember, the fruits represent our character. The fruits of prayer, courage, and dawah. Prophet Abraham exemplifies the model of a true believer whose faith reaches the sky. Remember, we spoke last week about how Allah says, he mentions in the Quran, what an excellent example we have in Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, his character of courage, his character of faith. And if you ever wish to know the genuine concerns and priorities of a person, you will find them clearly reflected in the type of supplication they make. That's why it's so important, guys, to think about what you are asking from Allah in your supplication, because that has a lot to say about you as a person. What a person asks Allah for, it tells the state of your heart and the vision that you carry. In the case of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, his supplications were not filled with worldly requests. You know, a lot of people will make dua asking Allah, oh, give me money. I want to be rich. I want to be famous. I want a beautiful husband, a beautiful wife. I want beautiful children. I want a big house, a fancy car. Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam didn't ask for that type of stuff. But instead, he asked Allah to make his faith, his belief in Allah take root, not just for himself, but for any progeny that he have. He also asked Allah for any offspring that he have, that he make them not only believe in Allah, but that they be firm in their belief, that they establish the prayer, and that they grow up, you know, inclined to want to pray and to not be attached to the life of this world. How many of us make duas like that? How many of us, our supplications are, oh Allah, keep my children upon Islam. Oh Allah, make my children grow up attached to you, attached to the mosque. Make my children not be consumed with wealth, consumed with the life of this world. Let their hearts be connected to you, to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and to those companions. How many of us make supplications like that? Okay, these are not personal prayers. These are strategic and legacy-driven and ummah-centered supplications. So Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, his deep concern for planting the tree of Tawheed, and was not just for his heart, but for every heart that came from his loins, subhanallah. Okay? And as a result of that, you know, he used to say, by Allah's command, indeed, by Allah's command, Allah said, indeed, I will make you an imam for the people, subhanallah, a leader for the people, subhanallah. So his supplications reflect that leadership is not just leading in worship, but in vision, in value, and in generations, subhanallah. That's how the tree of Tawheed thrives. It thrives when the heart behind it lives for more than just itself. Many of us are just into ourselves. We don't think about the legacy that we leave behind, meaning our progeny, our children. That's why we have a high apostasy rate. Our children grow up and they upon something else other than Islam. We might have 2 or 3 that remain true, but the majority of our progeny is off into something else. Subhanallah. So verses 35 and 41, 35 through 41 of Surat Ibrahim are not just heartfelt supplications. They are a divine gift, a window into the inner life of Prophet Ibrahim. We get to see into his life. They represent a roadmap of values, priorities, and visionary concerns that are rooted in Tawheed. And we see the type of supplications he made. For example, we see that his supplications are supplications asking for protection against associating partners with Allah. They are supplications seeking the establishment of the prayer for his offspring. They are supplications asking for love and acceptance from the hearts. And also, they are supplications asking for sustenance tied to gratitude. How many of us think to ask for that? And also, they are supplications of forgiveness for himself his family, and all the true believers. So this is not personal supplication alone. This is nation-centered. This is legacy-oriented and eternity-aware. It reflects the final fruit of the tree of faith, which is continuous benefit long after the tree's planter has passed. That's why I tell you guys, we have to think about what have we left behind that will be of benefit to us when we in that grave. That's why y'all hear me talking about that. I'm trying to leave behind something that's going to be of benefit to me when I'm in that grave. That's why I spend all my time on this internet and less time in this dunya. I ain't got time for this dunya to be partying and doing nonsensical women stuff. I got to do dawah, man. I got to get these videos out. I got to do some lectures so that when I die, I could die right now. I can walk, get up and go downstairs and fall and bust my head and die. I could get in a car accident and be killed. You know, what have I left behind that's going to be of continuous benefit to me long after I'm dead and gone? Subhanallah, my lectures, my website, what I left behind of this dawah. Because the kids might disappoint me. We got such a high apostation rate, we can't depend on these kids. This world we live in is so bad. People, like the Prophet said, they go in and out of Islam like a bow goes in and out of an arrow. So, hey, you got to have a plan B. You got to have a plan B and a plan C, because you can't just depend on your children. You know, your girls. I had a daughter. I didn't have no boys. I had a daughter. You know, she could hook up with some dude that can take her mind away. Okay? So I got to have a plan B. You know, my sons could end up in jail. My grandsons could end up in jail somewhere. You know, this world is messed up. They Muslim men. They could end up dead in the grave before I not even live as long as me. Heck. So you got to have a plan B, a plan C. So I got some dawah. I got my videos, my lectures, you know, the people whose lives I touch. Whenever I teach y'all about this deen, when you put it to use and when you share it with your kids, that's ongoing charity for me that'll benefit me long after I'm dead. I'll get the reward for it as y'all pass it on and do it even after I'm dead. So that's continuous benefit long after the tree's planter has passed. So I ain't got time for that female garbage. You know, that stuff that ain't of no benefit. Not at my age. If I was younger, yeah, I'm old. I ain't got time for it. So, firm roots. The fear of shirk. This is what Prophet Abraham alayhi salam feared. He had the fear of shirk even after he destroyed all the idols. Okay? He said, my Lord, make this city safe. When he left, remember, he left his country. He left his people when he realized that they were out to kill him. When he left and when he took his family to another part of the world and left them, he said, my Lord, make this city safe and keep me and my sons away from worshiping idols. So even after he smashed the idols and stood firm before the kings and walked through fire for the sake of Tawheed, he still feared falling into shirk. Why? A lot of you might ask, why? Because true monotheism isn't pride. And we're going to talk about pride this week for our Islam Q&A. Pride. True monotheism isn't pride, it's humility. It's not the absence of danger, but the constant awareness of our vulnerability. Remember, we talked about that yesterday in our El Walad Wal Bara class. You know, we're vulnerable. The fitra is vulnerable. The soul is vulnerable. We're vulnerable to our environment. Okay? We're easily influenced by our environment, what's around us. So this is why Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam made this dua. He said, "Oh Allah, make this city safe and keep me and my sons away from worshiping idols." Even though he was a prophet of Allah, he knew he's still human. The soul is criminal by nature, remember? The soul is attracted to everything that's bad for it. The fitra is in the heart. It's seeking the truth. The fitra is seeking submittance to Allah, but it's vulnerable. It's vulnerable to its environment. And the only thing that can keep us, the fitra, from dimming, the only thing that can protect the soul from caving in and falling victim to its surroundings is Allah. Allah, guys. Allah. So that's why Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam asked Allah to save him and his sons from that. The same way the Prophet Muhammad asked Allah to save him from that. The same way you and I should make dua every day, asking Allah to save us from falling victim to the evil of ourselves. Because the heart of man lies between the fingers of Allah. Subhanallah. So, before planting the tree of Tawheed, remember the soil of the heart has to be cleared of weeds. The subtle forms of shirk, such as arrogance, heedlessness, those are the weeds of the heart. Just because you've broken the physical idols doesn't mean that you are immune from the idols of the heart, such as fame. Look at how the brothers fall from fame every day. And wealth, look at how the sisters and brothers alike fall from wealth every day. Or ego, look at how we all fall from ego every day. And conformity. Subhanallah. So a culture immersed in shirk can influence even the strongest of us. Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam was no different, and he understood this. And so he asked not just for guidance, but for protection for him and all his offspring and descendants. How many of us do that? You're not just asking for you, but for your descendants. Protection for me and mine. Just like someone preparing to perform ruqya, you must protect yourself before confronting what's unseen. The one who carries the banner of Tawheed must first seek Allah's protection. Even our Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who had the most purest of hearts, he used to say, "Oh Allah, the turner of hearts, keep my heart firm upon your religion." Like I said, none of us is exempt or immune from being vulnerable. Subhanallah. Somebody asked me yesterday in my Islam Q&A, why come you can't call yourself a mufti? Why come you can't call yourself Taqi? The Prophet Muhammad said, because you can't, don't give yourself names that you can't live up to. You're human. Don't call yourself the most pious, the most righteous, when even the most pious, even the most righteous can fall into sin. And how dare you think you the most knowledgeable when only Allah is? There's always someone more knowledgeable than you. You learn that with Musa alayhi salam and Al-Khidr. That's why the Prophet said it. Okay? So this is the essence of rooted Tawheed, a heart that trembles not with doubt, but with deep dependence upon Allah. It knows that guidance is not a one-time event, but a gift that must be sought, protected, and renewed every single day. Like I tell y'all, the heart of man lies between the fingers of Allah. Subhanallah. So, in the very same verse where Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam asked Allah to keep his descendants safe from idol worship, he also begins with another important request. He says, "My Lord, make this city safe." This tells us, and this shows us, that before planting the tree of Tawheed, the ground must be made secure and safe. Just as a tree cannot take root in unstable, poisoned soil, faith cannot flourish in fear or chaos. Ibrahim alayhi salam didn't just pray for spiritual purity. He prayed for physical security, for peace and stability. Why? Because dawah thrives where lives are protected and hearts are free to turn to Allah. The true carriers of dawah are not seekers of conflict. They are builders of peace. That's why I tell you, brothers, listen to me. Y'all got to stop all that arguing and debating on the internet. That's not true dawah. It's not about arguing your view, your opinion versus mine. The true carriers of dawah, we are builders of peace. We do not just challenge falsehood. We create environments in which the truth can grow. Why? Because the fitra, it has to thrive. The fitra is seeking the truth. It's not seeking falsehood. It's not seeking conflict. It's not seeking argumentation and debate. That's why the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said the people whom Allah hates the most and will not even look at, but will have dragged by their faces and thrown in hell on the day of judgment are the debaters. You know, the fitra is seeking the truth. The truth can't grow in an environment like that. Okay? Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam was not only asking for his personal protection, he was pleading for the security of an entire community, but also a place where future generations could pray, learn, and live without fear, without conflict and all of that. While you brothers are sitting up on social media, arguing, debating, and all this challenging and fighting, you're confusing people because most Muslims are ignorant of Islam. They don't know the truth. They don't know truth from falsehood. They don't know nothing. And all you're doing is stifling their fitra. You're reveling up their soul. The soul is attracted to conflict. The soul is attracted to all that drama. You're pushing them away from Islam and pushing them further out into the dunya. And you think you're giving dawah? You're not giving dawah. not dawah to Islam. You're giving dawah to Shaitan. You're giving dawah for Shaitan. You are awliya of Shaitan. You're not awliya of Allah. Okay? And also, security is not just physical. Security is also spiritual and cultural. Prophet Ibrahim, alayhi salam, understood that an environment filled with shirk is toxic. It's toxic to the tree of faith. It chokes the roots. It darkens the sky, and it poisons the heart. That's why, after confronting his people with reasoning and challenging their beliefs and offering them the light of the truth, he left. He migrated. That's when he said, I am going to my Lord, and my Lord will guide me. He didn't leave out of fear. He left out of protection to preserve the tree of Tawheed in his heart. He left the land of the idols behind. And we might have, sometimes we have no choice but to do that. So sometimes protecting your faith means walking away from a place where darkness is just too deeply rooted. He wasn't just seeking a new home. He was seeking a pure environment to plant the future of a nation, to build a sanctuary where Tawheed could not just survive, but thrive. And that's what led to the trunk of submission that we spoke about last week. Obedience. Obedience. It's hard to obey Allah when you're living surrounded by all that filth. And after Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam left and settled someplace new, that's when he said, "Oh, our Lord, I have settled some of my descendants in an uncultivated valley near your sacred house." A lot of people may ask, what kind of obedience would lead a father to leave his wife and infant son in the heart of a barren, lifeless desert? Because that's what he did. He left Hajar, who was one of his wives, and his son in a lifeless desert. This was not just obedience. It was also submission. Remember, what is the fitra seeking? What is the fitra seeking? The fitra is seeking two things. It's seeking the truth and submittance to the will of Allah. Allah commanded him to do that. And remember, the believers don't ask why. The believers simply say how and okay. And that's what he did. And the good thing is he had a good wife. That's the problem today, brothers. A lot of you brothers, you don't have good wives. A lot of you men, water seeks its own level. That's the problem. A lot of you men ain't good. So you marry women that ain't good. Okay? Good women are for good men. Some brothers got good wives, okay? But a lot of you don't, because you brothers ain't on the level of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, okay? But Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, both his wives were good. They were on his level, because righteous men are for righteous women. He was a righteous man, and both his wives were righteous. So when he left her there, she didn't say, "Oh no, you're abandoning me." She was a God-fearing woman too. So when he left her there, she didn't say, "Why are you doing this?" She said, "Did Allah tell you to leave me here?" He didn't answer. She knew it. She said, "Well, if Allah said leave me here, then here I shall stay." And she stayed, because she knew her husband wouldn't have done that to her. She knew she didn't marry a brute. She didn't marry a man who didn't provide for her. She didn't marry a man who didn't take care of her. She married a man who did his job. So she knew, I didn't marry a brute. My husband's a good man. So if he's doing this, Allah had to tell him to do it. So I'm going to do what Allah told him to do and stay here and put my trust in the Lord and know that that Allah got a reason for it, and I'm going to suck it up. And she sucked it up because she was a righteous woman, just like he was a righteous man. So Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam didn't leave his family in a lush land with worldly security. He left them in a valley of nothing, but it was next to the house of everything. It was next to the house of Allah. So when Hajar asked, did Allah command you to do this? And he nodded, her heart responded with trust. And she said, then he will not neglect her. Because, see, he didn't marry no skank. He didn't marry no skanky woman. He married a righteous woman. He didn't settle for the non-believer like a lot of you brothers are doing today. Y'all marrying non-Muslim women. Nor did he marry a skanky woman like a lot of you brothers are doing too. He married a woman who was on his level, who was God-fearing and righteous like him, who believed La ilaha illallah like him. He married her for that first and foremost. Okay? That's why you got to be careful. Like the Prophet Muhammad said, make religion the priority. If she ain't religious, then nothing else matter. And the same with the man. If the man ain't religious, sisters, y'all better keep it moving. Unless you're skanky, then you can go ahead and marry your skanky man. Okay? So this moment reveals the trunk of Ibrahim's tree, alayhi salam. It was strong, silent, and firm. The kind of obedience that supports generations. But it also shows the fertile ground he chose for the future of the Ummah. Okay? He didn't place his family in the desert to abandon them. He put them near the sacred house. He didn't leave them in the projects. Let's make it Maqasid. This is the Maqasidic Tafsir. He didn't leave his wife and son in the projects where people shooting, killing, drugs, sex, alcohol. He left them near the Kaaba, the house of Allah. He left them in the nice, classy suburb, free from the sex, drugs, rock and roll, and told them I'll be back. What man would leave his wife and son in a place of danger? Y'all get it? He didn't leave his wife and son in a place of danger. He left them right there in the hands of Allah. That's the point. He left them near the sacred house where the tree of Tawheed could be nourished with prayer, supplication, and love. This wasn't about geography. It was about spiritualism. He prayed not just for survival, but for the establishment of prayer, remember? The turning of the heart and the growth of a grateful community. Remember, his supplication was, "O Allah, so that they may establish the prayer," that's the Kaaba. So make their hearts be among the people, incline toward them, and provide for them from the fruits so that they may be grateful. Okay? This is the soil in which the tree of Tawheed flourishes. Prayer roots the soul and connects to Allah. Supplication waters the heart with remembrance, and sincerity keeps the intentions pure, and gratefulness protects the fruits from arrogance. So he left them not in a fruitless, uninhabited desert. He left them close to the house of Allah, under the protection of Allah. Y'all get it? What a beautiful parable. See that? Allah is so Akbar. So Ibrahim alayhi salam wasn't just building a family. He was planting a nation. He knew that for Tawheed to thrive, the people needed more than food. They needed companionship. They needed belonging, and they needed a spiritual home. So he asked Allah to send hearts, not just hands, company, not just money, and provision, not just survival, along with sustenance that would lead to thankfulness, not just forgetfulness. Oh my God. Y'all see how Dr. Karim Abuzaid broke this down. Magnificent. Simply magnificent. Any pain, any sorrow, any heartache you going through in your life, you should feel relieved. May Allah bless you, Dr. Karim Abuzaid, for this one. So, look at that. The Kafirs haven't figured that out. Because, they got the women mixed up, they got the sons mixed up, and they think that's a cruel thing to leave a woman in a desert, abandoned. No, she wasn't abandoned. He left his wife right there at the house of Allah, in the hands of Allah, as commanded by Allah, protected by Allah. And we know what happened after he walked away. Allah sent the angel Jibreel. We already know. And we know she was found by the tribe from Mecca of Arabs who took her and her son in. Okay. So she wasn't alone. SubhanAllah. But this is what happens, guys, when we plant that tree of Tawheed. Allah never leaves us alone. Allah will take us through tests just to see our faith. That was also Hajar's test. Just to see what she would do. Would she freak out like the average woman would do? And ask, why are you leaving me here? Why are you walking away from me? Why are you going to leave me and my baby? Because remember, there's conflict between two wives. But no, she didn't freak out. Did our Lord tell you to leave me? He nodded his head. She said, okay. Have a good day. She passed her test. Went looking for water for her son. She didn't panic. My Lord will take care of me. Did she do like a lot of Muslims say? Well, this is the Qadr, and just sit there? No, she got up and went looking for water. That's what we talked about in our Tawheed class the other day. A lot of Muslims today that belong to these Sufi groups, everything's the Qadr of Allah. So it's Allah's decree that I smoke marijuana. It's Allah's decree that I'm a fornicator. So I'm going to keep on smoking weed. I'm going to keep on fornicating. I'm going to keep on having sex out of wedlock because Allah decreed this for me. No, she didn't say, well, since Allah decreed for me to be left in this desert with this baby, I'm just going to sit here. No, Soon as he left, she got up and went searching for food, searching. Because again, like we talked about in our El Wala Wal Bara class, we have to fight. Allah will put us to the test. He knows what our choice is going to be, but he didn't make the choice for us. He's testing. Do you believe in me? Do you trust me, Hajar? Yeah, I believe in you. I trust you. I know that you're going to look out for me, but let me go look for some water so I can produce milk for my baby. So she ran back and forth between those mountains, looking for water, looking for people that can help her produce milk so she could feed that baby. She didn't just sit there and say, well, this is the qadr of Allah. Allah wants us to get up and do everything in our power to try to survive, to do everything in our power to try to make it. And just when you think you can do no more, that's when he'll send his help, like he did with her. After running back and forth 7 times, back and forth, when she sat down to rest and held her baby, that's when that angel appeared as a man and said, look, here's some water. And she stood up. Zim, zim. She was Coptic, like my father. This is a Cop. This is a Cop, original Egyptian Cop. And that's when she got up and took her dress like this to grab the water. Zim, zim. That's a Cop. That's not Arabic. That's Egyptian. That means stop, stop. Oh, I speak Cop too. Zim, 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 because it was coming so fast. That's why it's called Zamzam. Okay? So that's this misconception that a lot of you Muslims have, that you blame everything on the qadr of Allah because it's Allah's decree that I'm smoking marijuana, that I'm having sex. So I'll blame it on Allah. That's the wrong ideology to have. You're supposed to fight, do everything in your power to change the condition of yourself. That's what we're supposed to do. That's how we keep that trunk of our tree growing. And just when you've exhausted everything, that's when Allah will send his help. That's how the believers roll. Okay, any questions or comments? Tomorrow we're going to pick up from here. We're going to talk about the fruit, the branches of the tree. We're almost done with this book. This is my favorite. This book is so inspirational. It's amazing. May Allah bless you, Dr. Karim Abuzaid. If you're listening and watching me, may Allah bless you, bro. Okay, any questions or comments? Questions or comments? And by the way, guys, next week, the topic is going to be for the Islam Q&A on pride. But remember, anyone who donates $100 or more, because we need a topic after that, and you want a special topic for the Ask Sister Laila live show, if you make $100 donation or more, you can choose whatever topic you want for our Ask Sister Laila live show. And send me an email with the topic that you like. And anyone who has made a $100 donation, if you got a special topic that you would like, let me know. Send me an email and whatever questions you would like me to answer for you, and I'll put it together for you, inshallah. That includes you sisters over here and my Singapore sisters in Bigo too. Or Malaysia. Y'all keep saying Singapore. They're in Malaysia, guys. I keep calling it Singapore. Malaysia. My Malaysian sisters. Yeah. I'm going to open up one of these things if y'all want to use the mic. If one of you want to use the mic, I'm gonna open that up so y'all can use the mic, but don't get in there with none of these brothers get on here with no crazy stuff. I'm opening up the mic here on Beagle, but I'll tell you, if any brothers get in there, and you better not turn no camera on if you're a brother, because you're gonna get knocked down. I'm letting you know. Any questions in my Zoom room? Okay. Yes, Dr. Jamali, he didn't do his class today because his eye was bothering him, and I apologize. He had to cancel his class. Yeah. Tomorrow we have Brother Mukhtar's class at 7. Yeah, Mukhtar's class will be at 7, inshallah. And then we have this class. Yeah, we're almost done with this book. And then we're going to go and make sure you guys buy that book. Look at the ticker at the bottom. Inshallah. Yeah, inshallah, I put the books down there at the bottom. Order the following books. You can get them all off of Amazon. There's his name, Dr. Karim Abuzaid, the Maqasidic Tafsir Volume 3, and the Maqasidic Tafsir of Surat Ibrahim. This is the one I'm doing now. Diluting Wala Wel Bara Volumes 1 and 2. The Souls of the Dead. That's the new one we're going to be doing after this one, which will be after next week. My First Jews Amma. That's tomorrow. And also Sheikh Muhammad Saeed Atli's book, He Was. That's on Amazon too. And don't forget our little gift shop on Zazzle. You can order t-shirts, coffee cups, bags, carry bags to carry and all that type of stuff off of Zazzle. Check out our gift store on Zazzle. Purses, stuff like that you can order with Sunnah Followers names on it. We got what you call that, hoodies. Yeah, you can go to our Zazzle gift shop. It has the Sunnah Followers name on it and the Sunnah Followers emblem. Yeah, inshallah. Yeah. Okay, if there's no questions, inshallah, I'm gonna log out. Please support this dawah effort. This is the first of the month. We need your donations. Yes. Yeah, Zazzle.com store Sunnah Followers. Yeah, a little stuff there you can order. Coffee cups, watches, t-shirts, all that type of stuff with Sunnah Followers on it. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum. Inshallah.
Oh.
What happened?
I was trying to show you something, then I read it. I read up here, it said you cannot start your video because it is disabled by the host. I had the book.
Oh, what happened? Let me see. You got the book?
But you couldn't see it.
Oh, let me see. Oh, you got the book on the souls? Let me see how it look. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can. Oh, AY, make it so she can show us the book. AY, who's the host in there? I'm not the host. AY. Oh God. Give me the host. Let me take the host from her.
Okay.
I got it. Where is you at, Sabrina? I'm on a different computer. Wait a minute. How do you do it?
Can you see it?
Wait a minute. I got what is this? Hold on. Okay, try it now.
Can you see it?
Okay, try it now. Wait a minute, y'all. She wants us to see the book. She got the book. Okay. Wait a minute. Turn it on again.
Okay, look. Can you see it?
Oh, okay. Go back some on your camera. Oh, look at the book, guys. Go back some more. Oh, it's nice. It's big. Oh, Sabrina, that book is kind of big, ain't it? But can you move it up some? We can see how long it is. Go up with. Oh, look, y'all, the book is.
But it's not thick though.
Oh, you got it too, Tiba. Okay, let me see yours.
It's like the Abraham. It's like the Abraham's book.
Wait a minute. Let me. Somebody else, because Sabrine got it, but I can't. I want to see how long it is. Make sure your hijab is on. It's on. Cause we still streaming. It's pretty though.
It's not the Abraham's book. Abraham's book.
Let me see how it looks, because I don't have. Y'all know I don't have the book. I'm using the.
Sabrine, back up.
Okay, Latifah, let me see your camera.
There you go.
You see it?
Okay, check you on it now. That's
okay.
good.
Open it up. Let's see the pages. Oh, that's nice. Let me see the pages. Oh, look. Oh, wow. So that's the book, guys.
It's about 130 pages, I think.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, look. Yeah, turn to the side. Let's see the back of it. The Souls of the Dead. There it is, Dr. Karim Abuzaid. Oh, yeah. That's the book, guys. That's how it look. Oh, look. It's not as thick as the Diluting El Wala Wal Bara.
No.
But it's nice. It's a big book.
It sure is.
I mean, as far as being long and
I
stuff.
was expecting it to be smaller.
Yeah. It's worth the $19.99? It's not bad.
And I see them other books on the back. I don't know. Some of them you already got.
Yeah, we teach. Inshallah, I plan on teaching all his books because all these books are good. It's just that he putting them out so fast, but inshallah, we're going to go through them all. Turn around the front again. Oh, it's pretty.
I like this.
Oh, yeah. So what you see from table contents, you like it so far, Sabrine?
Let's see. It's got the introduction, contents. Oh, yeah. It got a lot of content. See that? Oh. Got the dedication first. Then with the contents. Then it starts at chapter 1 and goes on.
MashaAllah.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be a good book.
That's what I'm saying. You guys are always asking me about the soul. So I figured, and when I looked at that, I got the Kindle. And when I saw, I said, "Oh my goodness!" And this would be a great. It's going to go hand in hand with what we're speaking about the fitra. So I said, I'll just go ahead and because I was going to go because he's got so many of the Maqasidic. He put out so many. I was going to do the certainty. He got another Maqasidic book out called The Certainty. I was going to do that, but I can wait and do. I want to do the souls because so many of you guys, and it goes hand in hand.
About that,
yeah, with the soul. I said I'll go over that, and then we can go into the other.
Yeah, it's right there. It's right there outside my door.
Yeah, there's 7 chapters.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, see, I'll go through that real quick, then I can go to the other ones. All his books are good. I told him, inshallah.
I got a container with just his books in it.
Yeah, inshallah. I told him, I hope Allah keeps me living long enough where I can go, teach all his books.
Inshallah.
Because they help, his books really help with the heart,
I had a question, but I cannot for the life of me remember what I was going to ask you.
About Hedger?
No, not about the lecture today. Something that I was trying to think, was it enough to be a lecture? I just can't remember what it was. Girl, if I don't write it down, I don't remember.
That comes from, see if you can remember. Why do we forget?
Okay. It be Shaitan making you forget?
No.
No, remember? Adam forgot his years. He didn't want to. He says, no. I didn't give anything away to David, remember? The storm day, he liked David so much. He gave some of his years to David. When the angels came to take his life, he says, no, I got time. So you forgot.
Yeah, we inherit that from Prophet Adam.
Yeah. Okay, say that again now. Say it again for me.
Prophet Adam salam, when our souls were out, he saw a bright light. It was David. And he said, oh, he loved him so much. He told him, I love him so much. Give him some of my years. So Allah gave him some of his years. And when his time come, when he was going to, when angels came to take his soul, he said, no, you can't take my soul. Why not? Because I got some time left. No, remember, you gave some of your years to David. And that's when he remembered. So that's why we forget that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we inherited. We inherit our forgetfulness from Prophet Adam, alayhi salam.
Yeah. And the sneezing too, you haven't covered that, Laila, yet. When he sneezed, when Allah blew into him, he sneezed.
What that got to do with anything? Too. What does sneezing got to do with anything?
Years ago. Huh?
They ain't got nothing to do with forgetfulness.
No. I said we also sneeze like Adam did. When we sneeze, our heart stops.
Your heart stops.
I read that somewhere.
Your heart don't stop because you sneeze.
When you sneeze, your eyes shut. Your heart don't stop. Temporarily.
No.
I read that somewhere.
That ain't got nothing to do with no heart.
Okay.
Maybe that's some Christianity that you throwing in.
No, I said I read it somewhere in Islam years ago.
It ain't because of your heart.
When Allah blew his root into Adam sneezed.
That part's true, but it ain't got nothing to do with no heart.
That's why we sneeze.
But it ain't no heart.
Doesn't mean your heart stopped temporarily?
No.
Oh. Let's read one of them crazy books I was reading back then.
Sound like some Sufi, that part.
Probably so. Remember, I was married to a darn Sufi.
Well, that's something Christians believe also too.
That's why I say she done mixed up that's Christianity. She done mixed some Christianity.
I never heard that in Christianity.
Well, it didn't come from this line.
Before I became Muslim, so I know it had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I heard that.
But I never thought anything about it because we say Alhamdulillah after we sneeze and Yahamakallah.
We say that and everybody sneeze. But I'll get it somewhere.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. A lot of stuff we don't want to mix that Christianity into it. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm gonna log out for right now, and inshallah, make sure everybody's here tomorrow at 7 o'clock for Brother Mukhtar's. 6 o'clock for my class on Jews Amma and for the new Shahadas and the kids. And then Mukhtar at 7, and then this class. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.